Good morning. I'm Clifford Chu. It's 10 o'clock, and it's time for the Easy News on ICRT. The TAIEX opened up 13 points this morning from yesterday's close at 8,200 on turnover of 1.2 billion NT. The Food and Drug Administration says tests conducted on fresh and flavored milk products show they are safe and free of banned chemicals and veterinary drugs. The statement comes after Business Weekly published a report claiming that tests it carried out on milk products showed that 60% of those tested contained trace amounts of veterinary drugs, including antidepressants. The Food and Drug Administration has given Business Weekly until tomorrow to provide the information about the tests or face a fine of 300,000 NT for violating the act governing food sanitation. Foreign Minister David Lin says the Ma administration is in contact with the United States and Japan over China's demarcation of the Air Defense Identification Zone in the East China Sea. However, when quizzed by lawmakers yesterday about the contact with Washington and Tokyo, Lin declined to go into detail, saying only it was aimed at expressing the Ma administration's hope that territorial disputes can be settled via peaceful means. China declared the demarcation of the East China Sea air defense Saturday. It includes the disputed Jiao Yitai Islands. A Navy tank landing craft departed from Kaohsiung's Zhuoying Naval Base yesterday to deliver relief supplies to typhoon-hit parts of the Philippines. The Tsangho will take about 4 days to reach Cebu in the central Philippines. Speaking at a ceremony marking the shipment of relief supplies, Philippine representative in Taiwan, Antonio Basilio, says his government is grateful for Taiwan's assistance in Manila's post-disaster relief and reconstruction efforts. The ship is delivering 552 tons of relief supplies and equipment. China's top negotiator with Taiwan, Chen Deming, says he expects to face protests when he arrives on the island today. Speaking in Beijing yesterday, Chen said that he was psychologically prepared to hear different voices during his visit. The statement follows the Taiwan Solidarity Union vowing to have protesters follow Chen's delegation everywhere during their week-long stay on the island. The U.S. National Security Agency has hacked into more than 50,000 personal computers, according to a newly published leaked document. The Dutch newspaper NRC Handelsblad details the use of hidden software which infects computer networks to enable ongoing surveillance. A UN Secretary General announced yesterday a peacekeeping operation will be needed in the Central African Republic, which is descending into complete chaos that may lead to religious and ethnic conflict with mass atrocities and even civil war. Yanni Eliasson urged the Security Council and the international community to take decisive action to support the African Union-led peace operation and transition it to the control of the UN. The Central African Republic has been in turmoil since a coalition of rebel groups joined forces to overthrow the president in March and put their leader in charge. Since seizing power, the rebels have plunged the country into a state of near anarchy. They have been accused of human rights groups of committing scores of atrocities, including killings, rapes, and conspiracies of child soldiers. He added that virtually the entire population of 4.6 million people has been affected. Afghanistan's president and the U.S. delivered blunt messages to each other yesterday that gave no indication of a resolution of their disagreements over a pact that governs the future of the American troop presence in the country. Hamid Karzai says he won't back down from his refusal to sign during the rest of his term in office, with National Security Advisor Susan Rice responding that this would mean the U.S. would then start planning to pull out all of its forces after 2014. Their meeting in Kabul came the day after Karzai's surprise decision to ignore Sunday's recommendation by the Afghan Assembly of Dignitaries to sign the bilateral security agreement. Karzai announced his decision at a gathering of 2,500 tribal leaders and elders and region known as the Loya Jirga. Looking at the weather across Taiwan, according to the Central Weather Bureau, we can expect partly clear skies across much of the north with a high of 21 in Taipei, and mostly clear skies in the center and south with a high of 24 in Taichung and a high of 25 in Kaohsiung. Current temperatures are Taipei 20, Taichung 23, Kaohsiung 25. That's it for the Easy News today. Remember, you can download a slower version of the news, as well as a transcript with Chinese explanations on our website, www.icrt.com.tw. Just look for Easy News. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm Clifford Chu.